Somebody would like to say hello before he leaves. That's right. Saying hello. Says, I'm covered in fur and it is 78 degrees outside and I am super grateful for modern architecture that provides me shelter from the heat. Rawr. There you go. Alright, so, anyway, yeah, we're going to do that. And quick pregame show here, continuing to read Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, and I am probably about a quarter, it looks like maybe about a fifth of the book left there. And this is reaching a terrible point because in many science fiction books I come to like the characters and therefore become involved and invested in their fates. And this is reaching the point that Kazuo Ishiguro can uniquely reach, which is I've developed a sincere affection for the characters and feel myself personally invested, not merely interested, in their fates and outcomes, and through foreshadowing already know that things don't turn out as I would like them to for them. And we're going to find out whether or not, as I would like them to, matches up with, what's good for them. Because that's not always, guaranteed to be aligned. So yeah, continuing to read this and very much enjoying it, highly recommend it. Began reading through this not for merely utility, but also for fun. This is Louis Turco's Book of Forms. And it's his Book of Poetic Forms. Oh, hello, what kind of insect are you crawling on? Well, I will leave you be. It's good because I think one of the most remarkable things about this is it has these, it has a surprisingly widely represented Welsh forms, like this right here, if you can see right there. Yeah, there we go. And it does these things like Welsh forms are uniquely difficult to write in English because the Welsh language allows for certain kinds of parallels and overlaps, like the seventh syllable in line 5 must rhyme with the fourth syllable in line 6, and that is challenging to do in English, and to even to do well. Hey, come on, kiddo, come on. Oh yes, here we go. There we go. This is a rhyme. This is a rhyme. Rhymes with bad. That's what that rhymes with. And the word that rhymes with bad here cannot be spoken, cannot be named. So let's go. Only things that can be named on this stream. And yeah, so it is a pleasure to go through and to try to write any of those Welsh forms, and on the condition that it not have to be good, and that the final work be disposable with hopefully something good to have come out of it. And also continued on reading Mountain Home, which continues to deliver. Let's see, this one. Yeah, this is brutal. A sick cicada. Brutal in the sense of heartbreaking. It's one of these sort of like, kind of reminds me of Robert Frost's poem about a spider and how the spider kills a thing, and I don't remember the name of it, but I think the spider is like pale and white, it's like kind of like a skeletal hand. Anyway, I'm sure I'll remember it later, but this is titled A Sick Cicada. Flight impossible, a sick cicada comes crawling up into my hand. Broken wings, still thin crystal, bitter call, still clarity perfected. Your belly blossoms dewdrop ice, and flecks of dust clot your eyes. You're in a bad way. And hungry orioles and kites intend the worst. And that's just like, man. It doesn't even tell you what it doesn't directly tell you what the actions of the narrator will be, but it's just simply that moment of observing and appreciating the weight of this non-sentient creature's circumstance, that and leaving it at that. Just say, you know what, action is a secondary consideration. Being still and appreciating and digesting the reality in front of you, for right now, that's enough, and I think that can help a lot of us. But yeah, other than that, this past week has been a lot of preparing this home against the heat wave that is currently ravaging the West Coast, and I dearly wish I could take anybody who was making residential architectural decisions in the Pacific Northwest in the 70s and 80s and 90s, and I want to take them and put them in Atlanta, Georgia, in an air-conditioned home for like a week, and ask them, what lesson have you learned? Yes, you're correct. The lesson is to install air conditioning all the time, everywhere, because nobody here has it, and with global warming, we are feeling it. No longer the temperate, breezy world that you used to know, Seattle. So we're having to take protections against that, and it's pretty exhausting. I think I had a bit of heat exhaustion a couple of days ago from just having to do all the work around here in that kind of heat. But anyway, with all that in mind, 6 cicadas, sweltering global warming aside, let's play some games.